Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. And today I'll be reading Muzan Listener by me. So let's get into it. Life loved irony, and life was very weird, cruel, and Muzan of all people, or rather, demons, he should have known that very well. After all, it was part of the cruelness that life enforced. He was the reason so many people were lost and dead. So many people who had lost their loved ones, left to suffer in pain. But he never thought it could happen to him. Perhaps because he's never had anyone like that. Not anymore. Until you came along and changed all of that. He made his life so different, in good ways and bad ways. In ways he was unused to. The vulnerability of loving someone, still so cruel to him, because of the idea of loss, and many other things that he still could not adapt to. Not anymore. But he tried, for you, until he had discovered that you were ill. As he sat on the bed before him, your doctor shaking, as Muzan yelled at him, again and again. But nothing would be different now. The diagnosis would be the same. It wasn't like the doctor was lying. No matter how much Muzan deluded himself into that, he could not even fully believe it. You were sick. You were dying. And no matter how many doctors he gets, no matter what he does, the answer would be the same. And there was nothing he could do to cure you. You looked up at him with the saddest eyes he's ever seen, and his heart broken too. Wyan, please, don't. Muzan, it's fine. I had a feeling I wasn't alright anyway. I knew something was wrong with me, I never knew how severe it was. But it will be fine. I'll get better. I mean, maybe not, but I'll try to enjoy the time that we have. That's all that matters, right? You tell him, trying to smile through your fear. Though the fear that you felt was very visible through your eyes, and he was not blind to it. It was clear as day for him, and you could only sigh, wrapping his arms around you and bringing you closer. Wyan, I don't want to lose you. I can't lose you. It's not possible for me. But there is nothing we can do. You tell him, looking at him with big eyes, hurt and aching in your soul, and there was no doubt that he was hurting even more. Perhaps you had some kind of acceptance about this. Perhaps you had seen it coming a while ago. But right now, well, you couldn't exactly say that. Not when you saw his desperate eyes and the way he wanted you to live so badly. Not when you could see how much he loved you, and how much he wouldn't be able to let you go. It'll be fine. I know it sounds weird. Maybe you haven't lost anyone like this before, but I promise you'll get used to it. Things will be okay, Muzan. You told him, but your fear betrayed you, and you felt yourself trembling, and soon enough it burst out into tears, while he wrapped his arms gently around you, holding you close, his heart shattering with every sob you gave. He had no idea how to fix this, how to help you, how to make things better. But he had to try. He had to figure something out. The only problem is that he had no idea how to do it, how to help you. And that's why he had so many issues here. Regardless, he still held you, and he still kissed your cheek, looked at you with so much love in his eyes. I'll take care of you. Until the very end. He knew you'd never agree to what he has in his mind. But he thinks that maybe with time, you'll understand what he was trying to do. Why he did it without asking you. Why it matters so much more. He just couldn't lose you. He couldn't. The idea of losing you killed him. And you were so afraid too. So, there seemed to be no reason for this all to happen. Especially if you could prevent it, one way or another. And the humans that would die in return, they would just be casualties. They don't matter. Not as much as you do. Not to him. Never to him. And that's why when you fell asleep, he made the doctor sedate you before giving you the smallest portion of his blood that would be required to turn you into a demon. When you woke up, he tried his best to keep you managed and to keep you safe. He never hurt you, and he knows that you may hate him for this. You may despise him, but at least you will live. At least you will be safe. He will take care of you, and maybe you'll come along. And if you don't, that's fine with him too. He will do anything to keep you alive. No matter how unethical it may be, no matter how scary it may be for you. But surely it's better than you dying. Or so he thinks. And whether or not you decide to forgive this, it's totally up to you. But he was scared, just as you were. And perhaps you should have asked. But he knows you would have never agreed to this, considering how kind you are. And that's why he took it upon himself to make this sacrifice. A necessary one that he thought would be better, telling himself that it was for the greater good.